They did a good job, because there's a ton after, we watch film in the morning with them. They have Sundays off, so there's no film work or any meetings or anything on Sunday. So today was their first day back, and it was the first day for us as a coaching staff to watch special teams tape with them, watch the offensive tape, the defensive tape. So, made the necessary corrections out, cleaning up what we did on Saturday night, and then come out here, with a sense of purpose about getting better. And I thought they did a good job of that. So.
Did you get a chance to look at Fresno and Weber State yet at all?
Yeah, broke them all down. So.
What do you take away from that game there?
Good team, real good quarterback. Younger brother of first pick in the NFL draft, but poised, can really throw the ball really well. I think they're big on the offensive line. They did a really nice job protecting them. They got a running back that's strong and tough to take down. You got to make sure you wrap them up when you get there. Defensively, that's kind of Coach DeRuyter's specialty. He was the defense coordinator at Texas A&M, and before that at Air Force, and runs a nice scheme. He's a 3-4 odd scheme guy. Can blitz you from a lot of different angles. So it's a good team, and it's a first-year coach, so we've got to watch some different tapes again from some other schools to get some more background on them. But at least we got one game under the belt like we didn't have with Arkansas State. So at least we got one film to kind of watch and get an idea of how they're going to implement their plan. But should be a good team coming in here.
Biggest difference between DeRuyter and Pat Hill? Is it just that they're throwing the ball more right now? And it's one game.
We haven't played Fresno in a long time, so I haven't broken down any. We didn't watch any of Fresno tapes. So.
What does Carr do well?
He throws the ball extremely well, very accurate. I don't know his exact numbers. He may have been I think he was 25 or 30 or 20 or 25. There's only like 5 incompletions in there. So very accurate. He's going to beat you throwing the football. So.
Did you end up having Columbia play very deep at all? Do you feel like you're able to things back as the game?
No, I love that statement. We don't go into games saying let's do this, let's do that.
Let's do the game. I'm getting
no,
the game
I mean our game plan was we ran what our game plan was going in. So our game plan was executed in terms of what we wanted to do going into those guys, and we never make any decisions about what we're going to run or not going to run by how much we show here. I don't understand that concept, because if you do that and all of a sudden you go, well, we need to have this route in, but we didn't practice it because we didn't think we were going to need it, then you're in trouble. So, a lot of it is expressed on, how they came out, and really how they came out was what we kind of had practiced against, which was a good thing. We thought they were going to be a 4-down front team and do a little bit of odd situations for us, and that's how they came out. So our game plan kind of played out the way we thought it was going to play out, thank goodness.
Can you talk about what you've seen from Colt Ayala in terms of the way he's progressed from last year to this year?
Yeah, I think he's got a better knowledge and a better understanding of what we're doing. Last year at this time, he was still a true freshman. He'd been here for 3 weeks of camp and spring practice. So I think he's got a better grasp. He's actually, really one of our older tight ends at that position, but he's been in the system for almost a year now because he got spring ball when he first came in. So I just think there's a better understanding of what we're doing offensively. I think he's in a little better condition because he really worked very hard over the summertime. So I just think you see a guy who's benefiting from the experience that he has.
And when you looked at him as a running back at Hillsborough, what made you see him and kind of say, he can play tight end for us?
He's 6'5", 240 pounds. We had him in a camp at one point in time, caught the ball very well. He's built like a tight end.
What did you take away from Byron's play now that you got to see the game film?
Happy. Number one, ball security, did a great job at that. Got a chance to really get him. Again, didn't know. Are you going to get him in a game and get him 5 reps, or you get him end up getting 20-something carries? So he can tote the ball a little bit, and he didn't seem like he got fatigued. But he's a kid that's always been a workout junkie. So that part I wasn't as concerned with as maybe some other guys coming out. But it's just great to get real good film to show him. And there's a couple cuts, I'm sure he won it back. There's a 3rd and 1 where he kind of hesitated, where if he just kind of ran behind his pads, we still would have had a first down and come off the field. But he didn't know it was 3rd down. And that's going to happen at times. But just getting an understanding of what the game's all about was the best thing for us. But I think he's got a bright future, and was kind of excited to get him in there.
Did you purposely want to feed him?
No. We didn't have. I mean, we weren't gonna. I wasn't gonna put 6 and 24 back in because we were up 50. So, like I said yesterday, if one of those guys gets hurt when you're up 50, then that's the big question. And that's the fine line of I mean, you see people and you're like, God, we got to get them some work, but you can't get them the work at the sake of being not available for the next thing. So it was really just the way the game kind of played itself out and what our game plan was. You know, you got to understand when you're out there, like, what are we doing? Who else is in the game? How much are we going to throw it? That's another thing. Sometimes when you get up that big, you know, it's, you know, I saw people do it before. You know, what are they doing throwing the ball with 3 minutes to go in a game up 60? You know, I mean, there's a point in time where you say, hey, we got to get our guys developed, but there's also someone else on that other sideline. So.
Who were some of the other guys, Chip, that may have jumped out at you immediately to take?
There was nobody. I mean, I get that question, and I don't know how it's answered. Is that, you know, most of the guys that we know played the way we expected them to play. We see them every day, so there's not. And we talk about it. I heard Carson say it the other day, and it's a big mantra of our football team: is you don't rise to the occasion, you sink to your preparation. So if we feel good about our preparation, when a guy goes in a game, it's not like, oh my God, look what he did. That's what we expect them to do. So I think our guys, you know, for the most part, played the way we expect them to. I think a couple guys got caught up in the bright lights in a big city, and it was their first experience on that stage. And we hope if they get a second opportunity for that to happen, then it'll settle down and be a little bit not as, oh my God, there's 60,000 people or whatever it is watching me play here. You know, it's a little bit different. But you know, I would say that the guys that played well, we kind of expected to play well because we see it every day in practice. So the guys that we felt were, you know, really get standout efforts for us, you can go back and say on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday they had standout efforts for us too. So.